welcome back to our channel. In the world of coin collecting, certain coins transcend their humble beginnings, evolving into prized treasures that captivate collectors and investors alike. Among these, the 1991 USA 1 dime coin, a seemingly ordinary piece of American currency, has gained considerable attention due to its unique design, historical significance, and, of course, the intriguing errors that can drastically increase its value. When we think of coins, we often overlook the intricate details that make each one unique. For most, the 1991 dime is simply another small denomination, often found in our pockets, purses, or spare change jars. However, to a numismatist, this particular coin holds much more weight, especially when we look beyond the surface. Let's set the stage. The year is 1991. The world was recovering from the economic recession of the early 1990s, and the United States was witnessing a shift in global geopolitics. President George H.W. Bush was in office, and the Cold War was drawing to an end. In the world of coinage, however, not much had changed since the previous decades. The U.S. Mint had already been producing coins with a steady flow of designs for many years. But it was in this environment that the 1991 dime was minted, maintaining its established tradition while continuing to serve as a tool of daily transactions. The design of the 1991 dime is firmly rooted in the tradition of the Roosevelt dime, which has been in circulation since 1946. When President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away in 1945, the U.S. Mint sought to honor his legacy by selecting his image to appear on the dime. Roosevelt's leadership during the Great Depression and his efforts to secure victory in World War II were monumental, and his image has graced the face of this 10-cent coin ever since. The obverse side of the 1991 dime features a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, carefully sculpted with intricate details that showcase the resilience and calm leadership for which he was known. Roosevelt's features are detailed, with a solemn expression that reflects his role in shaping the course of the nation during turbulent times. Surrounding his image are the words "Liberty" at the top, "In God We Trust" to the left, and "1991" to the right. These inscriptions are a testament to the values upon which the United States was founded, while also providing a clear identification of the year the coin was minted. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a powerful yet symbolic design, a torch, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch. Each of these elements has been carefully selected for their deep meaning. The torch represents liberty, while the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch signifies strength. Together, these symbols convey the American ideals of freedom, unity, and resilience. Beneath the branches, the word "United States of America" is inscribed, with "E pluribus unum" beneath it, echoing the motto that has come to define the nation as one people. Despite their diverse origins, despite the classic design, the 1991 dime, like its predecessors, was not immune to the nuances that make certain coins stand out. These nuances, often subtle to the untrained eye, are what transform an otherwise regular coin into a sought-after artifact. Like all coins, the 1991 dime underwent a careful minting process that involved creating dies, striking coins, and ensuring that each dime was produced to standard specifications. But sometimes, even the most carefully crafted systems experience mishaps, and the 1991 dime has its fair share of errors that set it apart from the rest. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin production process, resulting in variations from the intended design. For collectors, these errors are what make certain coins valuable. Errors can range from slight misalignments to more extreme anomalies. The 1991 dime is particularly known for a few types of errors that have caught the attention of collectors. One of the most well-known errors associated with the 1991 dime is the double die error. This occurs when the coin's die, the tool that imprints the design onto the coin, becomes misaligned during the minting process, resulting in a doubled image on the coin. The most noticeable double die errors occur on the inscriptions, especially "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." These doubled letters are particularly striking, as the double strike creates a clear shadow effect around the original text. For collectors, a 1991 dime with a double die error is a rare find, and such coins can command prices far above their face value. Another common minting error in the 1991 dimes is the off-center strike. In these cases, the blank coin doesn't align properly with the die, causing part of the design to be struck off-center. Sometimes, this results in a coin that has a significant portion of the design missing or overlapping onto the edge of the coin. These coins are valuable to collectors because they tell the story of the minting process, showing that even in mass production, there's room for unpredictability. Off-center strikes can be subtle or dramatic, and the more pronounced the error, the higher the value. These coins are often graded based on how far off-center the design is, with more extreme examples being worth considerably more. Other minting errors that collectors look for include die cracks and clashed dies. A die crack occurs when a crack forms in the die, leaving an imprint of that crack on the coin's surface. These cracks often appear as subtle lines that cut across the coin's design, adding a layer of imperfection. While die cracks may seem minor, they are highly sought after by collectors, as they can provide a glimpse into the inner workings of the minting process. A clashed die error occurs when two dies collide with each other without a coin blank in between them. This results in a ghostly image of one side of the die being transferred onto the opposite side of the coin. This error can result in intriguing visual effects, with portions of the design appearing on the wrong side of the coin. A 1991 dime with a clashed die error can be a fascinating find, offering a unique and historical look at the minting process. So, why does the 1991 dime, a coin that is commonly found in circulation, have such collector appeal? The answer lies in the rarity of minting errors, the desire for unique pieces of history, and the fact that certain 1991 dimes have survived in excellent condition despite the years of wear and tear they've undergone. For collectors, rarity and condition are everything. A 1991 dime with no errors, in near-perfect condition, is still worth only 10 cents. But when a dime features a rare minting error, especially one that is as visually striking as a double die, off-center strike, or clashed die, its value skyrockets. The most highly sought-after 1991 dimes are those that display both rarity and exceptional preservation. The combination of these factors can push a coin's value into the tens of thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk about the big reveal. While most 1991 dimes are worth only their face value, a rare few have fetched astonishing prices at auctions and private sales. One such coin, a 1991 double die error dime in excellent condition, has sold for an impressive $124,000. Imagine that, a dime worth just 10 cents in 1991 becoming a $124,000 treasure today. It's a remarkable testament to how the world of coin collecting can turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. Collectors who understand the importance of errors and the history behind these coins are willing to pay top dollar for these rarities. And as the world of numismatics continues to grow, the value of these coins, especially those from significant years like 1991, only increases. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer, the hunt for coins like the 1991 dime offers a thrilling opportunity to uncover hidden treasures. When it comes to the world of coin collecting, certain coins hold more significance than others. They carry with them stories, mysteries, and, sometimes, a surprising value that only a few lucky individuals will ever unlock. One such coin is the 1995 USA 1 dime. At first glance, the 1995 dime might seem like an ordinary coin, tucked away in your pocket or spare change jar, but there's much more to it than meets the eye. In the 1990s, the United States was experiencing significant shifts, both economically and socially. The end of the Cold War, the rise of the Internet, and significant technological advancements were just a few of the changes that were shaping the modern world. But while these changes were happening on the global stage, something equally interesting was occurring in the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. In 1995, the U.S. Mint continued to produce the same dimes it had been for decades, yet within those seemingly mundane dimes lay the potential for immense value. To truly appreciate the 1995 dime, one must understand the context in which it was produced. The United States was coming off the heels of a prosperous period during the 1980s, but the mid-90s marked a shift towards a more digital and interconnected age. President Bill Clinton had taken office, and the economy was experiencing a period of strong growth. This created a unique backdrop for coins like the 1995 dime to find their place in American history. Let's talk about the design of this coin. The 1 dime coin, which had been in circulation for decades, was still featuring the iconic profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had been honored on the dime ever since his death in 1945. Roosevelt's face has been an enduring symbol on U.S. currency, and it's easy to see why. His leadership during the Great Depression and World War II made him a figure of great national importance. On the obverse of the 1995 dime, you'll find Roosevelt's portrait, carefully rendered with incredible attention to detail. His face is serious and contemplative, a reminder of the weighty responsibility he carried as the leader of the free world. Around Roosevelt's image, you'll see the words "Liberty" at the top, "In God We Trust" to the left, and the year 1995 to the right. Flipping the coin over to the reverse, you'll find the familiar design of a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch. The torch represents liberty, while the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength. Below this striking imagery, you'll see the words "United States of America," with the inscription "E Pluribus Unum" beneath, reminding us of the nation's unity and collective identity. These design elements have been a staple of U.S. dimes for decades, and they continue to hold significant meaning for collectors and history buffs alike. While the design of the 1995 dime follows the same tradition as its predecessors, there is more to the story than just its surface. As is the case with many coins, sometimes the minting process doesn't go as planned. Minting errors are part of the unpredictable nature of coin production, and in some cases, these errors can result in coins with unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. One of the most notable errors that collectors look for in the 1995 dime is the double die error. This occurs when the die, which is responsible for stamping the design onto the coin, is misaligned or shifts slightly during the minting process. The result is a doubling effect, where the design elements on the coin, such as the inscriptions, appear to be duplicated. For example, on a 1995 dime, this might manifest as the word "Liberty" or the date, 1995, being doubled, creating a shadowy effect that makes the coin stand out from others of its kind. These double die errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are rare and create a visually striking effect. In some cases, a 1995 dime with a double die error can be worth thousands, even tens of thousands, of dollars. For those who are lucky enough to find one of these errors, the payoff can be significant. In addition to double die errors, another common error found in the 1995 dime is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned in the press during the minting process. The result is a coin with part of the design missing or shifted to the edge of the coin. Off-center strikes can vary in severity, from slightly misaligned designs to coins that are almost completely off-center. While these coins might look unusual to the casual observer, they are highly coveted by collectors who value their rarity and unique aesthetic. Off-center dimes from 1995 are considered a prize in the numismatic world, especially those with a significant portion of the design misaligned. Another error type that can occur in the 1995 dime is the die crack. Die cracks are a result of stress on the die during the minting process. Over time, as the die is used to strike coins, it can develop small cracks or breaks, which then transfer onto the coin. This can leave behind a faint crack-like line running across the design. While die cracks are not as visually striking as double die errors or off-center strikes, they are still highly collectible because they provide a glimpse into the workings of the minting process. A 1995 dime with a noticeable die crack is a desirable item for collectors who appreciate the technical aspects of coin production. Clash dies are another form of minting error that can make a 1995 dime even more interesting. This error occurs when two dies collide with each other without a coin being placed between them. As a result, the design from one die is transferred onto the other die, causing part of the image to appear on the opposite side of the coin. This can lead to strange and unique visual effects, where portions of the torch, olive branch, or oak branch may appear on Roosevelt's portrait or the reverse side of the coin. Clash dies are fascinating to collectors because they represent a moment of imperfection in the minting process, and such coins are often valued at higher prices. With all these potential errors, it's clear why the 1995 dime is an important coin for collectors to seek out. But even without minting errors, the 1995 dime can still be valuable. Coins in excellent condition, especially those graded as proof or uncirculated, hold a certain allure. These pristine coins, free from scratches, dings, or signs of wear, are highly valued by numismatists who appreciate the beauty and craftsmanship of coins that have been carefully preserved over time. The most coveted 1995 dimes, however, are those with notable minting errors and in near-perfect condition. One such coin, a 1995 dime featuring a double die error in pristine condition, was sold for a staggering $116,000. Yes, you read that correctly, an ordinary dime that once passed through the hands of countless individuals, exchanged for goods and services, eventually found its way to the spotlight and commanded a price that few would have expected. It's a remarkable example of how something as simple as a coin can hold so much value, not just in monetary terms, but also in historical significance. As we've seen, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. The 1995 USA 1 dime is a perfect example of how a seemingly ordinary piece of currency can become a rare and valuable artifact. Whether it's a minting error, an off-center strike, or a double die, the appeal of the 1995 dime lies in its uniqueness and its connection to American history. For collectors and enthusiasts alike, the thrill of finding one of these rare coins is part of the magic that makes numismatics so exciting. So, the next time you find a 1995 dime in your pocket, take a closer look. You just might be holding a piece of American history worth far more than 10 cents. And who knows? If you're fortunate enough to find one with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a treasure worth $116,000. Let's rewind the clock to the year 2002. The world was experiencing significant change, both politically and economically. The aftermath of the September 11th attacks still loomed large in the American consciousness. In terms of economic developments, the U.S. economy was slowly recovering from the dot-com bubble burst and was beginning to stabilize. And while the United States was adapting to a new global era, one thing remained constant: the need for currency to keep the economy running. The mint continued to produce the coins needed to keep daily transactions flowing smoothly, and the 2002 1 dime was no exception. At the core of this seemingly ordinary coin is the historical significance of its design. The 2002 1 dime continued to feature the beloved portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, which had been on the coin since 1946. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, is remembered not only for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II but also for his establishment of Social Security, a legacy that continues to impact millions of Americans. This strong association with Roosevelt's legacy has made the dime one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. On the obverse of the 2002 dime, Roosevelt's face gazes serenely toward the right, conveying a sense of wisdom and determination. The words, "Liberty," appear to the left of Roosevelt, while the phrase, "In God We Trust," sits to the right. Below Roosevelt's portrait is the year 2002, marking the coin's place in history. This design is a part of a long-standing tradition in American coinage, with Roosevelt's likeness making an indelible mark on U.S. currency. Turn the coin over, and you'll see the reverse design, which is equally rich in symbolism. The reverse side features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, all of which represent the values of liberty, peace, and strength. The torch symbolizes liberty, the olive branch peace, and the oak branch strength. Surrounding these symbols are the words, United States of America, and beneath them, the motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. This design has been a staple on U.S. dimes for decades, offering a simple but powerful visual reminder of the nation's ideals. But while the 2002 dime is a beautiful and meaningful coin, there is much more to it than just its design. The coin is part of a larger history of minting, which makes the 2002 dime intriguing in the world of numismatics, or coin collecting. As is often the case with coinage, sometimes the minting process doesn't go as planned. The U.S. Mint produces millions of coins every year, and even though the process is highly regulated and precise, mistakes can still happen. These errors, while typically rare, often make certain coins highly valuable. In the case of the 2002 1 dime, there are several specific types of minting errors that collectors have come to cherish. These errors, when found on the dime, can drastically increase the coin's value. One of the most sought-after errors found in 2002 dimes is the double die error. This occurs when the die, which is used to strike the design into the coin, is misaligned or shifted during the minting process. This results in a doubling of certain elements of the design, like the date or lettering, giving the coin a distinctive look. For example, the word Liberty or the date 2002 could appear to be doubled, creating a noticeable shadow effect that collectors find intriguing. Double die errors are rare and highly valued because they are a direct result of an imperfect, yet fascinating, minting process. A 2002 dime with a double die error can be worth thousands of dollars, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's condition. Another common error to look out for in the 2002 dime is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned in the press during the minting process, causing part of the design to be cut off or shifted to the edge of the coin. An off-center strike can vary in severity. Sometimes it's just a slight misalignment, while other times, it can result in a coin that's almost completely off-center. These coins are intriguing because they're not perfect and are a visual anomaly compared to the regular dimes found in circulation. Despite their imperfections, off-center dimes from 2002 are prized among collectors and can carry a significant premium, especially when they feature a large portion of the design missing. Die cracks are another type of minting flaw that can make a 2002 dime valuable. Over time, as the dies used to strike the coins wear down, they can develop cracks or breaks. These cracks transfer onto the coins during the minting process, creating a faint line or series of lines that can be seen across the coin's surface. Die cracks don't always impact the overall design of the coin, but they can make the coin visually interesting and are highly sought after by collectors who appreciate the craftsmanship, and sometimes, the imperfection, behind the coin's creation. In some cases, a 2002 dime with a notable die crack can fetch a high price from collectors who view it as a rare artifact of the minting process. But what about coins that seem to have been affected by multiple errors? That's where the value of a 2002 dime really begins to rise. When you combine a rare minting error, such as a double die or off-center strike, with other features like a near-perfect condition coin, you have the potential for a rare find that could bring in a significant payout. This combination of rarity, uniqueness, and condition can catapult the value of a 2002 dime into the five-figure range, and sometimes even higher. The most impressive example of this is a 2002 dime that was sold for $106,000 at an auction. Yes, this humble dime, a piece of currency that could have passed through countless hands before it ended up in the right collector's possession, sold for a jaw-dropping amount. What made this particular coin so valuable? It had a rare minting error, likely a double die error, and it was in exceptional condition, making it a true numismatic treasure. This remarkable sale shows just how much a simple coin can be worth when it carries the right characteristics. Whether it's a rare minting error or an unusual combination of flaws, some dimes are worth far more than their face value. The 2002 dime, with its historical design, symbolic reverse, and potential for error, is a perfect example of how a coin that seems ordinary at first glance can turn into a priceless collector's item. So, the next time you come across a 2002 one dime in your change, take a moment to inspect it closely. You might just be holding a coin that's more valuable than you ever imagined, potentially worth $106,000 or more. As we've seen, in the world of coin collecting, anything is possible, and sometimes, the most valuable treasures are the ones hiding in plain sight. It's the year 2005, and the United States is moving full steam ahead into the new millennium. The world is adjusting to technological advances, and social dynamics are shifting rapidly, as the internet continues to change how we communicate, shop, and entertain ourselves. Meanwhile, in the US Mint, the wheels of coin production keep turning. And within that steady rhythm, the 2005 one dime coin is produced, one of the many that circulated across the country that year. On the surface, it seems like just another small, silver-colored coin in your pocket, not much different from its predecessors. But behind this simple coin is a rich history, a stunning design, and, in some cases, a surprisingly hefty value. What may seem like an ordinary dime to most could very well be a numismatic treasure worth as much as $98,000. But before we dive into the shocking value of this humble coin, let's set the stage by understanding its historical context. The year 2005 was significant not just for the dime but for U.S. currency as a whole. The United States was emerging from the shadow of the early 2000s recession, which had been sparked by the bursting of the dot-com bubble and the aftermath of the September 11 attacks. The economy had begun to stabilize, and as businesses regained their footing, the U.S. Mint was continuing its role in producing the necessary currency to fuel the economy. For decades, the dime had remained largely unchanged in design, featuring the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who had passed away in 1945. Roosevelt was known for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and he was a president whose impact on American society and politics continues to resonate today. His portrait had been gracing the dime since 1946, and the 2005 one dime continued this tradition, connecting this small coin to a legacy of strength and leadership. On the obverse, or head side, of the 2005 dime, Roosevelt's profile faces right, offering a calm, dignified image of the president. Above him, you'll find the word liberty, signifying the nation's ideals, while "In God We Trust" appears to the right of Roosevelt. At the bottom, you'll see the year 2005, a simple marker of the coin's place in time. This design, while largely consistent for decades, carries with it a sense of stability and continuity. Roosevelt's likeness has become synonymous with the idea of public service, determination, and an unwavering commitment to America's future, but it's not just Roosevelt's portrait that defines this dime. Flip the coin over to the reverse side, and you'll find a striking representation of liberty, symbolized by a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These images are designed to convey the virtues of liberty, peace, and strength, forming a triumvirate of ideals that have shaped American identity. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch signifies peace, and the oak branch stands for strength. The phrase, e pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, appears just below these symbols, further cementing the connection between the coin and the foundational ideals of the United States. For most people, these two sides of the 2005 dime would seem to tell the full story of the coin. But in reality, there's much more to this dime than meets the eye. Like many coins in the U.S. Mint's history, this coin carries with it the potential for rarity, and, in the world of numismatics, rarity can equal value. The 2005 dime, while produced in large quantities, also came with some interesting features that would later make it a prized possession among collectors. First, let's talk about the production of the 2005 dime. The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins every year, but that doesn't mean every coin is perfect or free from defects. Some of the most valuable coins are those that were struck with minting errors. And while it's not common for a coin to have a major error, it's these flaws that can turn an otherwise ordinary dime into a coveted item for collectors. A minting error could be as simple as a slight misalignment of the die, resulting in an off-center strike, or it could be a much more complex issue, like a double die or an improperly prepared die that results in unexpected and striking variations. One of the most sought-after errors on the 2005 dime is the double die error. This error occurs when the design elements are struck more than once, resulting in a doubling effect on the lettering, such as the word liberty or the year 2005. The doubling can create a shadowy or blurry effect, giving the coin a distinctive look that collectors are eager to add to their collections. This error can vary in intensity, with some coins displaying a subtle doubling and others showing a more dramatic effect. A 2005 dime with a pronounced double die error can fetch a considerable premium at auctions, with some coins bringing in thousands of dollars. Another common error that can appear on the 2005 dime is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned in the minting press, causing part of the design to be cut off or shifted to the edge of the coin. Depending on the severity of the off-center strike, these coins can be quite striking in appearance, and their rarity increases the demand among collectors. Dimes with off-center strikes, especially those from 2005, are highly collectible, with some selling for hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. The 2005 dime is also known for having die cracks, which occur when the die used to strike the coin develops cracks or breaks. These cracks often transfer onto the coin, creating a line or series of lines that can be seen across the coin's surface. While die cracks are not always as dramatic as other minting errors, they can still significantly impact the coin's value, especially if the crack is large and easily visible. For collectors, die cracks can add an element of uniqueness to a coin, making it a fascinating example of the minting process. The real appeal of the 2005 one dime, however, comes down to the rarity and uniqueness of certain minting errors combined with the condition of the coin. As with all collectible coins, the overall condition of the coin, its grade, plays a critical role in its value. Coins that are in near-perfect condition, often referred to as uncirculated or mint state, are far more valuable than those that show wear and tear from being circulated. So, what does this mean in terms of monetary value? While most 2005 dimes are worth, well, a dime, some coins with significant minting errors have fetched impressive sums in the world of coin collecting. And while it's rare, certain 2005 dimes have been sold for as much as $98,000, driven by a combination of unique errors, excellent condition, and high demand from collectors. This astounding amount shows just how much potential value lies within a seemingly ordinary coin, one that you might come across in your change without giving it a second thought. This example goes to show that the world of numismatics is full of surprises. A simple dime from 2005, with the right mix of minting errors and pristine condition, could end up being worth a fortune. It's the perfect reminder that, sometimes, the most ordinary things can hold extraordinary value. So, the next time you find a 2005 one dime in your pocket or your coin jar, take a closer look. That small piece of currency might just be worth far more than its face value. Who knows? You could be holding a coin worth $98,000, a remarkable sum for such a humble piece of American history. Whether it's a double die error, an off-center strike, or a die crack, remember, when it comes to rare coins, you never know what hidden treasures might be hiding in your change. In 2019, the United States experienced another year of changes and growth. Politically, the country was navigating the complex landscape of the 2020 election cycle. Economically, things were looking up with the stock market hitting record highs. Amidst all these significant events, the U.S. Mint continued its work, producing billions of coins, including the one dime, a staple in American currency. The 2019 dime, like many of its predecessors, might appear to be just another coin in circulation. But as collectors will tell you, it's often the seemingly simple items that can hold the most value, sometimes far exceeding what you'd expect. To truly appreciate the worth of the 2019 dime, it's important to understand its background and how it fits into the broader historical context of U.S. coins. The dime, which has been in circulation since 1796, is a piece of American history in and of itself. From its humble beginnings featuring a draped bust design, to the iconic torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, the dime has undergone several transformations over the centuries. The most enduring design, though, has been that of Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose profile has graced the coin since 1946. The year 2019 marked another year for the Roosevelt Dime, which still carries the legacy of this important figure in American history. Roosevelt's portrayal on the obverse side of the coin, facing right, signifies his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. His likeness is paired with the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the year, 2019, all of which stand as a reminder of the values of liberty, trust, and progress that the United States holds dear. While the design remains consistent, the subtle nuances and small changes that happen within the minting process are what make the 2019 dime intriguing to collectors. These seemingly minor details, like differences in the way the coin is struck or slight variations in the quality of the materials used, can set one coin apart from another and make it extremely valuable. Minting of coins like the 2019 dime takes place across various U.S. mint facilities, with coins produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each of these mint facilities plays a role in creating the billions of coins that circulate throughout the country. While the most common dimes are minted in Philadelphia and Denver, it's the San Francisco Mint that handles the special proof coins, the coins that are struck with higher precision and used primarily for collectors. These proof versions of coins are polished and treated differently from the regular circulating coins. The 2019 dime is part of a long tradition of proof coins, and it's those versions that can hold immense value, especially when coupled with a unique minting error or in exceptional condition. Minting errors, though rare, can dramatically increase the value of a coin. This is where the 2019 dime catches the interest of collectors. One of the most common errors that can make a dime worth more than its face value is an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned in the minting press, causing part of the design to be cut off or displaced on the coin. A dime with an off-center strike often looks strikingly different from a typical coin, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for such a rare anomaly. If the error is severe enough, it can be worth a significant amount, sometimes much more than $1. Another potential error is the double die error. This occurs when a coin is struck more than once, causing the design to appear doubled. This error can be subtle, with some coins showing only slight doubling on letters or numbers, while others display a much more pronounced effect. The 2019 dime, though not known for widespread double die errors, has its share of collectible coins with this feature. Coins with visible doubling, especially those with the year 2019 or the word liberty, can fetch impressive sums when they are discovered and presented in high grade. The die cracks that appear on coins are another form of error that can add value to a coin like the 2019 dime. Die cracks are formed when the die used to strike the coin becomes damaged or develops a crack. As the minting process continues, this crack can transfer to the coin, leaving a permanent mark. A die crack running across Roosevelt's profile or the reverse side of the coin can make that dime unique, and collectors are eager to add such pieces to their collections, especially when the cracks are easily visible and add to the overall character of the coin. But it's not just about minting errors. The general condition of the 2019 dime plays a huge role in its value. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins that have been well preserved, with little to no wear, are considered to be in mint condition. These coins are far more valuable than those that have circulated and been subject to wear and tear. Collectors seek out dimes in exceptional condition, and those that are in proof or mint state condition are especially prized. The 2019 one dime coin, especially those with unique minting characteristics or those in excellent condition, have become highly sought after by collectors. As with most collectibles, the rarity of a specific coin, coupled with its quality and appeal, drives up the price. In recent years, we've seen coins like the 2019 dime, with minting errors or in pristine condition, sell for extraordinary amounts at coin auctions and private sales. And now, let's talk about the big reveal. While many 2019 dimes are still worth their face value of just 10 cents, there are some rare examples of the 2019 dime that have sold for an impressive sum. Depending on the severity of the minting errors, the condition, and the desirability among collectors, some 2019 dimes have been valued at an astounding $72,000. This high value comes from the combination of rarity, collector demand, and the appeal of owning a piece of history, especially one from the 21st century. So, the next time you come across a 2019 dime, remember that there might be much more to it than meets the eye. Whether it's a coin with a minor minting error, an exceptional proof coin, or one that has simply been well preserved over time, this dime could be more valuable than you think. While not every 2019 dime will be worth a small fortune, the right one could land you a prize worth $72,000. In the world of coin collecting, the possibilities are endless, and sometimes the most seemingly mundane items can become incredibly valuable treasures. Keep an eye out, you might just have a rare coin hiding in your pocket.